today's episode, we're in the Cleveland suburb of Lyndhurst to explore an incredible corporate headquarters built in the middle of the 1980s. The construction of this 480,000 square foot office building was originally commissioned by Thomson Ramo Wooldridge, or TRW for short. The company had humble beginnings as a manufacturer of bolts and screws, but quickly evolved into the largest producer of engine valves for the American automotive and aviation industries. Then known as Thomson Products, their valves found their way into World War I fighter planes and contributed to the success of Charles Lindbergh's first solo flight across the Atlantic in 1927. During the Second World War, the company became heavily involved in the defense effort and greatly expanded their manufacturing capabilities with government support. Their new Tapco plant, which produced various aircraft engine components, stretched for nearly a mile along Euclid Avenue outside of Cleveland. In the years following, Thomson Products merged with Ramo Wooldridge, an early aerospace technology company involved with the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles. By this point, the company resembled our modern idea of an aerospace defense contractor, but they continued to make great scientific contributions to the public as well. They were pioneers in the computing industry, and they also created some of the earliest satellites, including the first to ever be launched by NASA. TRW even played a crucial role in the Apollo missions, having designed and built the descent engines for the lunar lander.
First, someone gets an idea. Then someone else may look at it differently, even add a thought or two. Technology from a company called TRW helps ideas get around, because getting an idea from one place to another is as important as getting an idea. Tomorrow is taking shape at a company called TRW.
That brings us to the 1980s, when TRW was looking to construct a new cutting-edge world headquarters that balanced humanity and technology. To accomplish this, they turned to an architectural firm led by a man named Dirk Lohan. In his younger years, Mr. Lohan studied with and worked alongside his grandfather, Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, a name that should be recognizable to anyone with a passing interest in architecture. Mies was a German architect who fled to the United States during the rise of the Nazi Party. Although he was already well accomplished before emigrating, it was his American body of work that made him a definitive leader of modernist architecture. His structure sought to strip away all decorative elements and instead reveal beauty through their carefully laid out form. A dark framework of exposed steel, floor-to-ceiling windows, and open, flowing spaces were some of his trademark features that began to dominate the skyline of Chicago and beyond. His influential style in regard to skyscrapers became known as the Second Chicago School, as it seemed like a natural progression of the city's early steel-framed buildings. Some of the most notable adherents to this style include two of the city's most iconic structures, the Willis Tower and the John Hancock Center. While Mies van der Rohe did create several low-slung residential structures, most of his large buildings were urban towers. Therefore, the TRW building represented an interesting diversion for his grandson's firm, utilizing elements of this style to turn a gigantic office building into something that harmonizes with nature. The resulting building is nestled onto a forested hillside plot and consists of 4 wings of 3 to 4 stories with a central atrium. Nearly all vertical surfaces are glass, providing sweeping views and ample natural light within. Its low profile and unbroken bands of dark gray steel extend across the landscape, making it appear as if a spaceship has just touched down. The building was a perfect fit for a company like TRW, but they would only be able to make use of it for 17 years. In 2002, the company was acquired by Northrop Grumman for nearly $8 billion. They swiftly closed TRW's headquarters, laying off most of the 350 staff who worked there. The entire property was then donated to the Cleveland Clinic as a tax write-off. For the following 2 decades, the clinic would make use of most of the building's office space. However, in 2019, the clinic relocated the majority of employees there to another campus. The property was then listed for sale, and for the next 4 years, no appealing offers were made. Despite the majority of the building's time on the market being during a global pandemic, the clinic grew impatient. In 2023, they announced the building would be demolished in an effort to make the property more attractive for prospective buyers. That brings us to today, as we venture inside to take one final look at TRW's world headquarters. Join us as we explore.
The sponsor of this portion of today's video, NordVPN, protects your online privacy by making sure your data is encrypted before it even leaves your device. Encryption is important when connecting to any public networks like hotels, airports, or coffee shops, as you never know who is managing or who else is connected to them. Anyone can be vulnerable to a man-in-the-middle attack, and NordVPN helps make sure your traffic is secure. With NordVPN, it's also possible to get around region restrictions and browse different targeted offers online. When using servers in other regions, you can browse the web as if you were physically there. This allows you to use streaming services that only have certain content in other regions or in video games where you can play in other regions' lobbies. And you can use the different region servers to hide your IP address and connect from a different area to snag a better deal when purchasing online. You can protect all of your devices as one account supports 6 simultaneous connections and it works with all major operating systems. This is great so you can protect your phone and laptop. I have a handful of network devices, and thanks to NordVPN, they can all be secure at the same time. Take control of your internet experience today with NordVPN. Right now, you can get a 2-year plan at a huge discount, plus 4 additional months for free. It's risk-free, as every purchase is protected with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Visit nordvpn.com/properpeople, or click the link in the description below.
This part looks remodeled.
There's a chandelier in here. Does it work?
This feels very dated, but not 80s either. This was probably remodeled at some point before TRW handed it over.
This is like early 2000s, late 90s maybe.
Well, 2002 is when Cleveland Clinic got the building.
Oh yeah, the fire alarms are going off. Does your shutter speed not show it?
No, it shows it.
Mine mostly hides it.
Wait, I'm using 1/60th.
Oh, come closer. Come move over here.
Wait a second. Mine stopped showing it. It went like out of phase with it.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's weird. Well,
yeah, that is weird. It's probably some rolling shutter effect.
That makes it less annoying if it only shows sometimes.
Yeah. At least the alarms aren't going off still.
Yeah, they were.
We got here this morning and we could hear the alarm going off, so we're like, maybe we shouldn't go in right now. And then sure enough, the fire department showed up and they silenced the alarm for us. So now you guys don't have to listen.
See, these fire pole stations look pretty old.
Yeah, probably original.
They might be.
This looks like a dining cafeteria area. They have some cool sculptures hanging. These are real plants too. Do you think these plants are going to do better or worse now that the building's
You think these work?
What? What is that? What are you doing?
I don't know. You don't notice anything over there?
No. Oh shit, there's a shade coming down over there. A singular shade.
I'm pushing 2.
Only one is going. Yeah, there's a lot that don't work.
Yeah, okay. This is like a cafeteria.
Whoa. That's very blue. I've never seen wall paneling like that.
Yeah, I don't
This
know.
part feels 80s.
It's very interesting.
Access point still on.
Oh yeah.
Probably still have Wi-Fi in here.
blue panel. There's a light switch.
There we go.
Let me see if this key does anything on this light switch.
This is quite the color scheme. Blue and gold. Yeah, this is some pretty crazy interior design.
Yeah, this is weird. It's like very surreal.
I like this metallic
Gold and
type
blue.
drop ceiling too. That looks way
Yeah.
better than the cheap panels you see now. What are these things blinking here? Ovens of some
Ovens,
kind?
yeah, heaters of some kind.
They replaced this recessed lighting with LED strips.
Oh, it literally turns on. You can cook.
These LED strips probably would have been tube lighting of some kind.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the individual dots for the LEDs. Doesn't look great now.
Probably fluorescent.
Still pretty cool
originally.
though. Yeah, this is so 80s. These lights are very yellow.
They're really yellowed LEDs. It's kind of gross.
Wow.
The main atrium.
That is awesome. Check out the marble on the elevator shaft. They actually used like consecutive sheets in the block.
These are big sheets too.
Yeah. At first I thought it was like that cheap fake marble where you can see the pattern repeating, but then you realize, oh, there's slight variations here.
Yeah.
They were actually just doing this on purpose.
It's like a block of marble and they just sliced it out and hung it up in order.
Even these top ones, it seems like they tried to match the lines
the
up
best they
a
could.
little bit. It's really interesting. Everything was carefully selected. This type of marble laying is called book matching, and its implementation here is likely a reference from Lohan to his grandfather's work. One of Mies van der Rohe's esteemed buildings, the 1929 Barcelona Pavilion, features similar book matching extensively.
That was the Cleveland Clinic's main entrance right here.
No, I think it was up there.
Was it up
I
there?
think that was the main entrance they were using.
You're right, that was it. This is the back entrance. This might have been the original main entrance for TRW. Because it just seems more open.
Yeah.
The walk up to it's nicer. It has 2 revolving doors.
I'm so freaked out about someone randomly pulling up here
Yeah.
and us being in plain view.
This was a receptionist here. Parking garage access. This is a really nice view.
Wow, the glass blocks down there with the curvature. I don't know, there's just something really cool about glass block to me. I think it needs to make a comeback.
This whole water feature here. Smells like chlorine.
You know what it smells like?
This is like plexiglass they put in because it was splashing everyone.
Yeah, actually, that seems crazy close to the walkway. I don't know how that could have ever worked properly without splashing.
Yeah, it smells really chlorinated down.
Smells like a boat ride at any theme park.
It does.
Or like the beginning of the E.T. ride at Universal.
A bit of mold, a bit of chlorine, that mixture. This corner feels pretty crusty.
Oh, yeah.
Not many people came down here in this corner.
No.
There's no doors, nothing. There is this here too, to block it from splashing that.
Jeez.
It's just like a piece of metal.
2 levels of underground parking, though. This would have been the view coming into work every day for everyone who worked here. Those who drove, at least.
A different elevator's open here than last time.
Oh shit, you're right. It was the center one.
It was. Someone's been in here.
Yeah. So last night, when we just checked to see if this building was going to be a thing we should film, this elevator was the one that was sitting open.
It's an original elevator.
Now it's this one.
Very original elevator.
Of course, hand sanitizer. Good luck using that with your camera now. What is that sound? Is that a speaker?
Sounds like
A
it.
busted speaker? That is what that is.
Okay.
That's not eerie at all.
It's weird.
Yo, do you see this? Trees down. And they just cut down the trees outside, it looks like. So they were using this room for like a meeting about demo prep or something. All of the emergency exit stairwells are solid marble on the outside.
Yeah. Same marble.
Whoa, those are some nice looking doors. It's like modern
They
Art
are.
Deco.
It's the theater. It's looking pretty original in here.
Wow, yeah.
Feels like a college lecture hall.
Yeah, it does. There's even the flip up desks on all the seats.
Yeah.
And that's probably what it was for, is lectures.
Yep. This was TRW product announcements and launches hosted here.
Yeah.
Actually, though, maybe.
Writing notes.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. Oh, there we go. Is that all it's got? Gotta go all the way. There you go. Spotlight. Good show.
Yeah.
Here's some TRW stuff.
Old crests. The original logo.
That's what they would do in this theater, give out the Chairman's Award.
I guess so.
Looks like they're gonna save these. Wow, it looks really ripped up.
Oh
What
yeah,
did
they
they do
do
out there?
Something.
It's kind of strange.
Should we try the elevator?
Right now?
Yeah.
Are we ready to go to the next floor?
No.
Let's wait till we're gonna do it.
Just right there. Door open, taunting us. Asking us to push a button. CBRE, Healthcare Services. I don't know. But it's very officey in here. This is the most officey part of this office we've seen. Oh. Guess so, because I didn't do it.
More motion sensor lights. What'd you find?
The security phone. This phone will automatically call security when handset is lifted off phone. Direct to security.
Let's not touch that. Why did they need that in here? We're entering the office's back rooms now. The walls are getting yellower.
These bumper things for carts being pushed. No doorknob.
Yeah.
IT stuff. At one point, I'm sure there was a lot of server stuff in this building.
Yeah. This feels like a very TRW piece of wall art right here.
Oh yeah,
That is definitely from their era.
100%. That's like a semiconductor board layout thing.
Here's some lab stuff being stored.
Like medical lab stuff.
Yeah. Incubator shaker.
This is a controlled substance, safe fridge for like medicine, drugs, mailboxes.
Looks like it.
You can see the mailroom behind it.
You can easily see if you have mail. They could lock them too.
Bigger boxes over here. These key card systems look very old too. Wonder how long they've been here. Very old swipe cards.
Burster decolator. This was a lab, it looks like. The sign said burster decolator, whatever that is.
Ooh, a Selectric. Does it work?
Do you need to plug those in?
Uh-huh. Ooh, the grease dries out on these and they get all stuck. See if this even moves, the carrier. No.
Wow.
Correcting tape is stuck up too. Like it's all jammed up. The correcting.
This is the best thing that's happened to typing since electricity. The IBM Selectric typewriter. Instead of type bars, there's an ingenious printing element that dances across the paper at incredible speed, faster even than the eye can see. Now watch in slow motion as it turns, tilts, and prints. This tiny printing element is also interchangeable. Simply remove one type style, choose another from several distinctive typefaces, and click it into place. Takes only 5 seconds, and you're ready to start typing again. Someday all typewriters will work like the IBM Selectric. But why wait?
Let's try it out.
Found another one. This one maybe works.
Wow. Not quite. Yeah, the key starts jammed up. And this is a full electronic typewriter. You can put in punch cards.
And it'll automatically
type the whole thing out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this room has like a set. Not sure what they would film in here, but seems like that's what it was for. And there's like an observation window too. Interesting.
These are cool. TRW headquarters under construction.
And that photo is so crooked.
Yeah. These are the better ones right here.
Yeah, these ones are pretty cool. I don't know where this is. Oh, that's just scaffolding.
Scaffold,
okay.
yeah. Like steel and iron and whatever. Oh my god.
The architectural model.
This is cool.
Please save this model for the Historical Society.
Okay.
I would hope so.
This is really cool. Look, they even have the inside court. If you look at the skylight.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It really shows how original this building is. Nothing's been modified on the outside, at least, in the courtyard.
All right, I'm ready to get out of these back rooms. I missed the atrium.
Creepy cool stuff, old stuff.
Drafting table.
Oh wow.
These look like turbine blades.
It does. It's all electrical equipment. Plates and whatnot. Light switches.
Hold up, what's this? Yo.
Yo.
Ohio.
Miller Lite. That's nuts.
That was the corporate party one year for the maintenance department.
Yeah, they don't get invited to the regular parties.
These offices are still pretty set up. There's our Christmas decoration quota.
Oh, yeah. There's a bigger one right here, too. This area is very officey. Feels very corporate architecture here. It's really nice.
It's so weird to have a building like this all to yourself.
They're in the process of stripping this. They're breaking down all the cubicles.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of signs that were like instructions for the moving company.
You can see over the dining hall. I don't think we need to walk around all this stuff.
No.
It's pretty obvious what's going on.
Yeah. Here's a wing where they obviously got farther along with getting everything out.
Herman Miller chairs.
That black one
All those, yeah.
looks pretty nice. Hopefully they're not letting these go to waste.
All right, these are Herman Miller. Yeah, I knew it. Got the H logo.
How do you rate it?
For abandoned chairs? High.
Plenty of chairs in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have not started breaking down these offices at all yet.
No.
It looks like they built all of this to be flexible space to begin with because the walls all line up with these grooves.
Yeah, this is
on the
all,
ceiling.
and it's raised floor to run wires and everything.
Yeah, it's like part of a whole system.
You could probably rearrange these offices however they want. Yeah, this office has not been touched.
No.
Yeah, the fact that this is all flexible space and it can be reconfigured to whatever you want is a really crazy thing because that makes it so much easier to be saved and used for whatever.
Yeah.
Yet they want to demolish it.
They only had it on the market since 2019, and obviously most of that was during COVID. And they said they wouldn't be able to find a buyer for the property with the building still here. But really, it hasn't been on the market long at all.
Any tenant can configure it however they want with no construction.
Yeah. So wasteful. This light fixture is part of the building. Well, fixed in place at least. There's one down there that isn't missing part of it. But yeah, these lights are probably original. They're fixed in position.
I mean, it's flexible space. You can just probably unscrew.
Yeah. They do look pretty dated though.
They do. These look like exam rooms. Yeah. With these flags. More exam rooms. This one's pretty intact.
This building belongs to the geese now. There's more geese here than humans.
Floor changes here. A different section.
Some more plush carpet.
Refreshment.
It's a little break room.
A little kitchenette.
Coffee maker looks pretty old.
It's a pass-through. So you can have refreshments. Well, you have a conference. I'm sure this is the executive conference room.
Holy shit, that meeting room looks awesome.
That's where all the CEO and all the chief positions.
Yeah, I'd probably feel pretty important.
Be having a meeting in here.
Pretty similar to that theater room.
Yeah,
the
same
door
exact
mechanism.
design, like elements, the wood.
Pretty safe to say this is original.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty interesting how they had windows into almost all their meeting rooms, so passerbys could observe, except for when they couldn't. Pretty noisy. I just heard a really loud bang from the opposite direction. Yo, there was a really loud bang from behind me while you were back there, yeah. Don't know what it was. Oh, wow. This could have been another meeting room. Probably not. It's
This
too
is just
open.
like executive suite.
Yeah, this is considerably nicer than the other wings in the building. And they get the terrace over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. These are probably desks for the secretaries of the various executives that had offices back here. 4 secretary desks and 4 offices. 1 in each corner.
This guy has this huge office, right? whoever was in here. And he had his own private bathroom, and it's nice.
And when it was nice out, they could have their meetings out on the terrace. I'm surprised they didn't put more of these terraces in. This is the only one on the whole building. Yeah. Considering it's in such a nice setting, you'd think they would take advantage. Those chairs look a little dated.
This is a really nice view. They're pretty much all nice.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Bottom of the chairs.
Conference room with chairs set up. Not quite the same as the executive conference room.
Oh, look at the decay over here. It's probably the most decayed part of the building we've seen.
Probably.
Yet. The rest of it's in remarkably good condition for something that's being demolished. It's kind of crazy.
It's getting dark in here.
It is.
There's
a storm coming. Strobes do make it feel a little ominous.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to affect the photos.
Probably you won't see them because they're only on for a split second.
Cubicles all the way.
This is kind of a weird poster. Kind of just sounds like it's saying you should ignore social issues among team members. So many geese. That was kind of like the thud we heard before.
I think it's just a building.
Yeah. It's really still out though. So the top floor only has 2 out of the 4 wings. The building is kind of staggered with the hillside. They had like a whole track rigging system. They probably hang banners and stuff out there.
So, how much would it be for you to go on that rope and swing across?
No amount of money.
See where they had the anchor points to hang stuff.
All right, we have to try it. Will the elevator work? We should like send it down and then see if it can come back just fine before we get in.
What do you know?
Building doesn't even care that the fire alarms are going off.
No, they're too old for that.
Yeah. No ding?
guess not.
Are we getting on, or should we just send it first?
Warm light. No, we should get on.
Is there a roof exit?
I don't know.
Alright, just go to ground.
3? Ground?
Alright, 2. Feels like it's working.
It's definitely working.
Ding ding.
I'm sure they're still up to date.
Open. Yeah, they work perfectly.
This is quieter than the elevator in our hotel.
Yeah. Oh, this took us right to
Yeah, that floor. That's why I wanted to do 3. Just think of how much is working and how good of a condition this is, and this is closer to demolition than many of the other buildings we've been to. This should not be demolished.
When you're a company whose ideas and innovations shape the very way we live and work, you dare not be complacent. It's crucial that you rediscover and re-examine all your separate parts, so that when the pieces come together again, you approach your universe from a new perspective. Tomorrow is taking shape at a company called TRW.
Today, TRW has gone the way of many other storied American corporations, dismembered in a series of mergers and divestments. Although the bulk of the business was acquired by Northrop Grumman, some notable spin-offs include Experian and TRW Automotive, the only company still bearing the TRW name. As of the end of 2023, the Lyndhurst headquarters has been demolished. Any interested buyers for the property have yet to come forward.